Hi, I'm Martha Sorohan, Conneaut Access Television and new YouTube channel, Volunteer, bringing you Conneaut's hometown happenings for the week starting Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. Conneaut City Council's 2026 meetings began with a new live viewing option over the city's new YouTube channel on Monday, January 12th. The new YouTube channel is part of the city administrators' and lawmakers' efforts to make city business and ventures as transparent as possible. For the past 5 years, residents have watched council meetings live on Vimeo, accessed through the City of Conneaut website or Access Television channels. But with the retirement of Conneaut's Access Television coordinator Regis Galvin, council members opted to move its proceedings to YouTube because many found Vimeo difficult to access. They expect that a city YouTube channel will generate not only a wider audience, but greater interest and involvement in city proceedings. The move will help the city financially as well, as it eliminates the part-time access coordinator's position, as well as having to replace aging equipment. The channel worked flawlessly on Monday night. The city manager told council that notice will be given to cable operators on Greatwave and Spectrum, where content has appeared on channels 6 and 1024 respectively, that the city is moving away from cable. The YouTube channel brings a programming change also. There is no longer a set Conneaut Access Television program schedule that starts each Wednesday, with the lone exception being this Hometown Happenings news. All other programming will be available over YouTube on demand 24/7. Content that has already downloaded and been archived onto Vimeo will remain available and accessible to viewers. Right now, City Manager Nick Sanford is handling the duties of putting the content onto the YouTube channel. The city and the Conneaut Access Television Advisory Board will continue to work out details of this new move at their 10:30 a.m. January 22nd meeting at Conneaut Public Library. That meeting is open to the public. Conneaut City Council's organizational meeting on January 3rd formalized council committee appointments for the next 2 years. Among them, the Economic Development Committee will be chaired by Nick Perkoski. Tom Kozeski will chair the Public Safety Committee. Mariana Branch will chair Public Utilities, while Rick Gaw will chair the new Public Image Committee. Mariana Branch will continue as liaison to the Conneaut Convention and Visitors Bureau and add to her plate the liaison's position of the Conneaut Port Authority. Castrilla and Kozeski will serve as members of the Lake Erie Correctional Institution Advisory Board, and Castrilla will be council's liaison to the Access Television Board. Council representatives to the Conneaut Board of Health will be Nick Perkoski and Rick Gaw. Mr. Castrilla will represent the city on the Ashtabula County Solid Waste Committee. And at its first work session on January 5th, Council hosted Growth Partnership Director Greg Myers to discuss industrial development in the data and power generation sector of the city. Full details won't be unveiled for at least 18 months, but City Manager Nick Sanford said the nation is finally beginning to notice how Conneaut is the best location in the nation. In other City Council business of January 12th, Mr. Sanford said that the city will not be altering its 4-ward boundaries. Only in cases of major population shifts or declines is such altering required, and the U.S. Census of 2020 showed a drop of only 523 people in Conneaut from the 2010 census. Since 2024, the city has added 39 people. The city announced that the retailer Tractor Supply has submitted a permit to rent space in the former Giant Eagle in Gateway Plaza on Route 7, just north of I-90. Tractor Supply has filed for a zoning permit at the south end, the south end of the plaza. Giant Eagle vacated that space in 2005. Mr. Sanford said having a national retailer coming back into the city is an exciting signal. If it comes to pass, Tractor Supply would have its second Ashtabula County location in Conneaut. It already has a store adjacent to the Ashtabula Town Square in Ashtabula Township. In other council news, Public Works crews plan to put asphalt grindings on State Road, Southridge West, and other unpaved roads that are more heavily traveled now that a detour is in place in Kingsville Township. Local pothole issues are also being addressed, though new ones pop up daily as the freeze-thaw cycle continues this time of year. Also, Dr. Virginia Arp has been appointed to the Board of Zoning Appeals. And the city continues to seek a solution to traffic issues at the I-90 Route 7 interchange. While ODOT's District 4 office has agreed that traffic signals are warranted there, signals are not included in ODOT plans until 2027. That's just a year out, but signals are needed as soon as possible, the city manager says, so the city may seek temporary signalization. He said, if temporary signal arrangements are at our disposal, we should find a way to get it done. He is awaiting ODOT feedback on this proposal. Councilwoman Mariana Branch would also like to see signs indicating dangerous intersection at both I-90 exit ramps onto Route 7 until signalization is in place. And Conneaut residents will find a spike in their water bills starting February 1st. The average water bill increase will be $6 to $10 per month. The city says the hike is necessary to keep the water fund in the black to cover mandatory operational increases that lowered the fund last year to what the city says were uncomfortable levels. This move is separate from a utility bill rate study underway. Speaking of water bills, the city is aware of issues that prevented residents from paying water bills online over the past weekend of January 10th and 11th. City Finance Director John Williams said no issues have been present during the weekdays, and the city's technology company is working on it. Council's next meeting is 6 p.m. Monday, January 26th. City Hall offices will be closed on Monday, January 19th for Martin Luther King Day, a federal, state, county, and city holiday. At its 2026 organizational meeting, Conneaut Area City Schools Board of Education elected Eric Nesbitt as board president and veteran school board member Penny Armini as vice president. Conneaut Area City Schools Treasurer Jackie Miranda said that new state laws that go into effect in 2027 will mean a loss of about $100,000 in property tax revenue for the school district, and more changes regarding property taxes could mean more lost revenue. The city of Conneaut is remembering this week Anthony Bugsy Giulio, who died at age 87 on January 8th. The former owner of Giulio Dairy Mart at Buffalo and Lake, and then Giulio's Fruit Market, worked at the city wastewater treatment plant where he served as a consultant even after his retirement. Also a slow-pitch softball coach, Mr. Giulio may be best remembered, or known, that is, as author of the popular Bug's Eye View sports column in the Hometown News. The city also offers condolences to the family of Police Chief Mike Bertolacio, whose father George passed away on January 7th. Down in Monroe, the Dr. Doolittle House Wildlife Rehabilitation Center has opened its new 7-acre property for wild animal rehabilitation. The 4-year-old facility takes in animals such as squirrels, possums, skunks, and coyotes, up to 400 of them per year, and releases them back into the wild once they have recovered. The operation had started in Conneaut, but an incident last year led Dr. Doolittle's to being told that it would have to euthanize a coyote rescued from Hartsgrove due to local restrictions, and so the organization began a search for a new location, which it found in Monroe. Future plans include public education programs. Volunteers are always welcome. If you'd like to help out, call 440-661-2696. Dr. Doolittle's is licensed by the Ohio Department of Natural Resources and works with a veterinarian. In county news, the Civic Development Commission has reached its 2025 fundraising goal of $1.5 million. The projects chosen by the CDC before the outset of last year's fundraising campaign will start soon. 2 of them are in Conneaut: infrastructure expansion at the Conneaut Marina, which is part of the Conneaut Port Authority, and pickleball courts at Township Park. In local theater news, the Ashtabula Art Center's 13th Street Theater starts 2026 with Bat Boy the Musical. Performances open January 16th for 3 weekends through January 30th. The play is about a half bat, half human creature discovered in a cave. Shows are 7:30 p.m. Friday and Saturdays with 2 p.m. Sunday matinees through February 1st. Tickets are available on the Art Center's website. At Conneaut Public Library, the next TikTok Treats class for teens is 3:30 p.m. January 15th. The BYOB Book Club, where you bring your own book to share, is 4:30 p.m. January 15th. Creative Writing for Adults 18 and Up will meet 3 to 4 p.m. on January 21st. And Teens Let's Play Mario Party is 3 to 5 p.m. Thursday, January 22nd. Kingsville Public Library's homeschool group for all grades meets 10 a.m. Thursdays, and the Teen Video Game Club meets at 3 p.m. Thursdays. The library will be hosting a board card game day at 10 a.m. Friday, January 16th. A new tech class, What is a Smartphone?, is being offered at 1 p.m. Tuesday, January 20th. Cabin Fever crafts continue at 2 and 6 p.m. Wednesdays. And Kingsville Public Library will be open all day, Monday, January 19th. At the Conneaut Arts Center, Chris Davis will lead a drawing and coloring skills workshop from noon to 1:30 p.m. Saturday, January 17th. Attendees will create customized snowmen. Tickets are available for the Conneaut Arts Center's annual Let's Whine About Art silent auction on Saturday, February 21st. With live music, Buccia's wine, hors d'oeuvres, and live and silent auctions of local artwork. Early bird tickets went on sale January 12th. The Conneaut Art Center is now offering free ukulele lessons with Greg Wonderly. If you have no ukulele, it's not a problem. The instructor has one for you to borrow. Lessons are 30 minutes on Tuesdays, and all ages are welcome. The Conneaut Art Center has also announced the return in March of the 2026 Ashtabula County Student Art Exhibit, featuring work from students across Ashtabula. All schools are encouraged to submit student artwork. Simply contact the Conneaut Art Center. Good Shepherd Lutheran Church free Saturday bag lunches have resumed following a short holiday break. Pickup is under the West Portico at Grove Street and Lake Road from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And after a holiday break, Tuesday evening bingo at the Conneaut Human Resources Center resumed January 13th. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. with the games starting at 6. And this week's last but not least, it's time for Ashtabula County residents with dogs 3 months or older to buy a 2026 dog license. Costs range from $12 for a 1-year license to $36 for a 3-year license, or $120 for a permanent license. After January 31st, a $12 late fee is added. Licenses may be purchased online. Check the Ashtabula County Auditor's Office website for details. And also a reminder that when snow exceeds 3 inches in the city, a street parking ban goes into effect on all city streets so that Public Works crews may clear the roads. Until next week, from Ohio's Sharpest Corner, I'm Conneaut Access Television and YouTube channel volunteer Martha Sorohan saying so long.